1. The silent crisis. You wake up, check your phone, rush to work, smile for people, scroll at night, sleep, and repeat. One day becomes a year becomes a lifetime. No one told you this, but something inside you feels strange. You are alive, but not fully awake. 2. The two voices. Inner war. Inside every human, there are two voices. One voice says, stay safe, stay comfortable, stay normal. The other voice whispers, this is not your real life. Most people silence the second voice, not because it is wrong, but because it is dangerous. Dangerous to comfort, dangerous to society's expectations, dangerous to the identity they built. So they call it maturity, but it is actually surrender. 3. The biggest lie. You were taught many things, that you are your job, that you are your failures, that you are your body, that you are your fears. But what if all of this is wrong? What if you are not the mind that worries, not the body that ages, not the identity that struggles? What if you are the one who is watching all of it? The silent witness, the part of you that never panics, never dies, never disappears. Most people never meet that part of themselves, and that is the real tragedy. 4. Feeding the eternal. Feeding the eternal does not mean escaping life. It means playing the game of life without losing yourself in it. It means acting fully, but refusing to become a slave to results. You work, you build, you fail, you rise. But deep inside, you know, my worth is bigger than any outcome. This single shift changes everything. 5. The invisible battle. Real life. Every day, you face a silent choice, comfort or truth, scrolling or growth, approval or authenticity. The world trains you to choose comfort, but every time you choose truth over comfort, something inside you becomes stronger. Not your ego, not your image, your awareness. And awareness is power. 6. The secret. Most people miss. You think you are angry, but you are not anger. You are the one observing anger. You think you are afraid, but you are not fear. You are the one watching fear. The moment you observe something, you are bigger than it. This is not poetry. This is psychological freedom. Most people react. Very few observe. And that difference creates entirely different lives. 7. Silence, the forgotten superpower. You don't need mountains. You don't need gurus. You don't need rituals. You need silence. 5 minutes a day without phone, without noise, without performance. Just you and your mind. Not to escape thoughts, but to see them. Because the moment you see your mind clearly, it stops controlling you blindly. That is how the eternal grows. Quietly. Invisible. Dangerous to illusions. 8. Desire versus purpose. You can chase money. You can chase success. You can chase recognition. Nothing is wrong. But if your life is driven only by desire, you become rich outside and empty inside. Purpose is not about religion. It is about alignment. When your actions match your deeper values, life stops feeling meaningless. You stop surviving. You start existing. 9. The shock of mortality. One day, everything ends. Your name, your status, your followers, your fears. So ask yourself honestly, if your life ends in 20 years, are you living the life you truly want? Suddenly, many fears look stupid. Many ambitions look small. And clarity becomes brutal. Death is not dark. It is honest. And honesty feeds the eternal. 10. The brutal truth. You don't destroy your soul in one day. You destroy it slowly. When you choose approval over truth. When you choose comfort over potential. When you forget that you are more than a role. And you don't awaken in one day either. You awaken slowly. When you act without fear. When you detach without escaping. When you observe without reacting. When you live consciously. Final line. Open loop. The world will never tell you this. Because awakened people are hard to control. So the real question is not, can you change your life? The real question is, why are you still living someone else's script? Thanks for watching. Have a good day.